Welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene, everybody. I'm Toni Greene, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with the camera so the top of my head is not cut off. Hold on. Maybe I can just slouch down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So today I'm going to be taking callers live. I'm going to be answering questions, helping people connect with loved ones on the other side. I will hopefully be helping people today. That's always my goal, to help people. If I call out your area code, please have a very specific, clear question available and ready for me. Also, um, also, gosh, I lost my train of thought. There we go. Also, a clear question available for, oh yes, and take me off of speakerphone. um, I want the audio to be very good. Please remember, this show airs on WSCS, Rude Rangers TV, and many other streaming channels, along with most podcasts. So please, let's try to keep the audio as clean as possible for all of that. I will be on Wednesday for Relationship Wednesday. If you have relationship questions, you can call in on Wednesday with those questions. I will do my best to help you. So yeah, that's what I have. So I am going to go to callers now. But before I do, I want to thank everybody watching live on YouTube, everybody who has called in, and the random person asked me about last week about a relative who had passed away. And I don't remember if I tapped into that last week, but this week, as soon as I came on, and if this is not for her, it could be for somebody listening, but or it could be for a different relative than the one you were trying to connect with last week. But the songs I'm hearing are Blue Jeans. I think that's by Neil Diamond. Forever in Blue Jeans, babe. And then, which makes me think of a completely different scenario. So that's completely crazy. And then the song, there's this other song, Take It Easy on Me, but not the new version. It's like, I think it's also by the same artist. Take it easy on me. It should be easy to see, or it ain't easy to see. Something like that. So those are the two songs coming through. For some reason, I don't know if those songs make sense or not for that. And again, there's a lot of energy and a lot of people listening in, and on YouTube, on Blog Talk, on the TV stations. So if it's not for you, please forgive me, but realize there are a lot of people coming through, and this might be for somebody else who's listening or will listen in the future. I'm going to tell you that there's someone on the other side with brown hair. They're actually over there, but I'm pointing over here. There's somebody on the other side with brown hair. They wore glasses with a thin, like metal frame. And this person had a bit of a belly at one point. I feel like this person passed younger, not as a child, but as a young adult. Uh, I'm horrible with age, so I'm not even going to say it. But they want to say they're sorry for all the pain that they caused. Now, I know that description is not very good. So I'm asking them to give me just a little bit more about how they passed or who they are. This person is funny. They say their name is John Smith. But it could literally be, I don't know. but excuse me, that was excuse me. The person is saying that they passed from now that I opened it up, there's all these people coming in, and I'm gonna shut it back down again because you have no idea what it's like. Maybe you do. But this guy in particular, I feel like there was some alcohol involved. There may have been drugs involved. Now, when I say drugs, I don't mean like they were a drug addict. They could have been, but maybe they should have been on antidepressants or they were taking the wrong medication. I do feel like this person was not as balanced as they could have been at all times. And that's why they're sorry. They're saying that and my throat is just like doing this right now. Whew, so this might be something with the person also that like I'm not really sure why. I know this is with the person. I know it is, but whatever this is with the person, maybe it was something with their throat also. But they used to, uh, I feel like they used to, I hear the word rage. They used to get upset or angry about things. So anyway, I'm gonna send that out now and get back to. Thank you, thank you. You know, people often say to me, "I wish I could do what you do." Just think about that right there. Somebody just jumping right in and saying what they want to say. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I am going to go to the first caller. I want to say hi again to everybody, John, Julia, Heather on YouTube, and everybody else on YouTube watching. Thank you. I'm going to go to a caller. If you want to call in, please call 845-277-9131. That is the absolute best way to get a question answered. And plus, I'm tapping into your energy at that point and only your energy. So I'm going to go to 310-310. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Toni, this is Vince. I'm calling from New York.
Hey, Vince. How are you today?
Well, I've been down the last couple of weeks. Something happened, but that person you were speaking of, I have a feeling it might be me because my father died when he was in his mid-30s. He committed suicide. He was an alcoholic, and he had a major temper. He was an angry drunk. So as soon as he got drunk, he wanted to pick fights with everybody. The funny thing was, he wasn't tall, but he was stocky. But he could take on the biggest guys and put them down faster than lightning. And he always got into it when he got drunk.
Yeah, and
So,
was he yeah, this is you know what? I think the songs are for Heather, but this guy right here, yeah, because I did pick up the drinking and the imbalance, and I want to say you're probably correct that it is him for you. And I'm so happy I picked up on his energy before I took your call because he's telling me you would never ask about him and he would have never had I don't want to cry on air. And he would have never had the opportunity to apologize to you. And he really wants to be able to apologize for what he has done, for what he has caused, and the fact that it keeps going. Like, even though he's gone, even though he went, what he did, how he behaved, and what he did is carrying on still with it's still affecting people. It's still affecting people. And I'm going to tell you, he really is very, very sorry for everything he did. And he's saying he wants to tell you this. He wants to say, people aren't aware sometimes of their own demons. The way he behaved was so normal to him. It was so like he was not aware. Like he knew he had anger and a temper, but he wasn't aware of how unbalanced or bipolar he was. He was, and he's being very
Yeah.
clear about the fact that he was bipolar, he was mentally ill, and he, you know, maybe in today's world where it has more recognition, maybe it would have been, but he would have never gone for help because that would have been the biggest taboo in the world for a man to admit, especially back in that time, that he was. Yeah. So, okay. So he wants to apologize. He wants to apologize to you and the family. And he wants you, he wants you to know again, oh my God, with the voice thing, stop it. I just feel like there's something just so restricting my throat right now. He wants you to know that he is making amends. He's going to be doing things over the next 6 weeks to 6 months that is going to help to move you forward and help to heal. Help to heal this. So let's start now. Anybody who grew up with or is experiencing abuse right now, let's clear all abuse. Okay, I don't mind if you give me messages. There's no need for this whole jumping in thing. I will gladly give those messages. Anyway, so Vince, what was your question for today? Was there a specific purpose that you called in for?
Yeah, it's about a job. It's a two-parter situation. I called you a couple weeks ago and I told you that I was suspended from this company pending investigation because they said I violated some safety situation, and you said that I was going to be reinstated. And what happened was, right after the week after Thanksgiving, my manager called me and said that witnesses said that I violated safety and therefore they terminated me.
So Vince, didn't you call back after that and I told you you should be looking for something else also?
Well, here's the thing that I did, and this is bringing me up to my question is, I wrote a letter to him saying that I would sign a sworn affidavit and I would take a lie detector to prove my innocence. I also wrote a letter to one of the CEOs of the company that I met when I was working there, and I wrote a letter to corporate HR. So I'm waiting to hear from them. I also had a brief job interview with a competitor. I'm waiting to hear that thinking about bringing me in March.
Okay.
I had over the phone interview with a chemical company, and tomorrow with an ice cream company, I'm going to have an interview. So I'm wondering, the one that I really want is the Ball Corporation, which is their competitor. I'm wondering if you see me getting that one.
So here's what I'm going to say. You need to keep looking. You really need to keep looking. You really need to be putting in at as many places as possible. And I do believe the last time you called in, I told you you needed to be looking also. I do feel like if you go, and I said this last time, if you go back to this place, they're bringing you back to let you go. They're going to, if you go back. Now there is a chance with as much hell as you're raising, there's a slim chance they will bring you back. And you know, when it comes to, I want to thank you for bringing this up because there's a couple things here. At the time you asked the question weeks ago, maybe a month ago even, at that point in time, the energy may have been A, B, and C, that these people were thinking they were going to bring you back. Now, everybody has free will.
Right.
Everybody has free will. So after some consideration, people have the right to use their free will and change their mind. So let's just say somebody goes on a job interview and they're lined up to get the job or be brought back into a work situation. Something can happen after the question is asked that changes the dynamics. Okay. Now, the most important thing here is to completely let that go and move on. There is somebody at that company, and you know perfectly well who it is, that if you go back, they will make your life a living hell. There's something new coming in. You have not applied for this new job yet, but there's something new coming in. And I think that if you're going to start, 2021 was a year of completions, completing out, letting go of everything that didn't work so you can get to what will work. Letting go of doing what we have to do so we can get to what we want to do. Letting go of staying in situations, whether they be relationships, work, friendships, that we're just holding on to because we think we should. And it's time to move forward into something that actually is rewarding. So what I'm getting for you is there's something coming in, and it's going to come in, I want to say within the month, and we're in the last week of the month. So within this month, and it's brand new. You have not, I don't feel like you even know about this position yet. Keep your eyes open. And I feel like this is going to be a really good situation for you. Now, I do feel like there is still a chance they will bring you back, but I don't feel like you should go back. Now, sometimes we want to do all these things to prove we weren't wrong. You know what? In the end, who gives a fudge if you're right or wrong? It wasn't a good fit. You wouldn't have been removed from the situation if it was a good fit. So who cares what they think about you? Who cares if they're saying you did something wrong? I know the ego cares, but the ego isn't paying your freaking bills. So you have to get back on the horse, ride to a new place, and start again. And that's all you can do. And stop holding on to the energy of this position. Stop holding on, because if anybody ever calls them for a reference now, you have created you always want to leave on best terms, even if you don't think you'll need this company for your next job. You'll need it for the one after that. You just need that reference. So I just want to tell you to please keep looking, and don't go back to that other company, even if all of your work that you've been doing presents an opening. Okay. And please, people, listen to my whole message when I give a message. And if you call back and you get a different answer the next time, listen to that answer, because time changes things. As we move forward, what might have been a month ago is not now. Okay. It just isn't. Things change very rapidly. Okay. So let's just go to the next caller, 780. 780, how are you today?
Toni.
Yes.
Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jay calling from Canada. Thanks.
Hey, Jay. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. How can I help you today, Jay?
Hey, I just wonder, my loved ones, so my mom, regarding helping me out for next year, because it's going to be a crazy year next year.
Yeah.
In terms of just give me some heads up on things, because she's helping friends I know and myself, but and my siblings. But the thing is that it's going to be crazy next year, and I just wonder if she has some heads up on what's going to be happening, and maybe spur me into nudge me into taking action on what I need to do.
Okay.
For it.
So the first thing I hear is ready, set, go. And then the next thing I hear is it's time, it's time. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities opening up to you over the next month. There's going to be a lot of, January is going to be a kickoff month for you where there's a lot of opportunities or things coming to you. So I feel like over the next month, you're going to have people coming to you who are going to be offering you opportunities. And I know I'm repeating myself and I don't know why, but they're going to be, I feel like there's going to be a business opportunity, something you can do on your own with, well, they're really not showing me. They're showing me a little bit, but not all of it. There's a writing opportunity, a business opportunity, and these are separate opportunities. And then there's also going to be new work opportunities coming in. I feel like one of these work opportunities you might seek out, but the other ones are offered to you. Now, I don't know how that's going to look for you. I don't know how that's going to work out for you. And there's also going to be an opportunity for relocation if you choose to have that. Now, relocation again can mean same city, same state, or a different country. When the time comes, only you're going to know. And you might not, just because the opportunity for relocation is there, it doesn't mean you're going to take it. It means it's there. I do feel like there's going to be a lot coming at you. Now, not all of this is coming in the first month, over the next month. This is all over parts of next year. I do feel like that there are opportunities you are going to want to take. What I'm hearing is explore those opportunities, look at everything very closely. Make sure you are digging in the details. Digging in the details is what I'm hearing. And I don't know, one thing, I don't know if maybe your mom planted plants in, I'm seeing somebody plant plants in a pot. Whatever that means for you, it coming in or from the past, whatever that means, that's just a vision I'm having. Now, if that's something that you end up doing or something she did, awesome. But I see somebody planting plants in a pot, and I also see there's something coming in that is going to give you the opportunity to work with earth, to work with earth. Now that can literally mean soil, that can literally mean mother earth. I don't know what that means, but they're not telling me a lot. I feel like that might be the business opportunity.
Okay, I can confirm with that. A friend,
yes,
want to get a list of friends and actually go with growing your own food this summer. And right now, I'm with my friend who knows about growing microgreens. Okay. She is going to help me out with that. So you're right on ball with that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Now, I want to tell you, whatever you're starting right now, whatever you're getting involved in right now, I feel like has the potential to really develop into a lot more. So let me say, where it starts is not where it's going to end. Allow this to grow into whatever it's going to be, and don't have fear with it. Allow it to just, they're using the word prosper, allow it to prosper. Okay. Excellent. I hope that is helpful for you.
It is. Thank you so much. Hey, can I share something with you and the rest of the audience there too?
Yeah.
I got a short little poem. It's about 2022. Sure. I got a little poem. I made this for Chanel. So, in the midst of 2022, 2021 is a shadow behind us. 2022 is in front of us. From the darkness, the gift of light guides you, each step precious. Wind whispers hope. Trust your heart to lead the way. Thank you, 2021. 2022, the journey begins.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, Jay, you have an amazing new year. I will be doing a show on Wednesday. If you want to tap in, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I will talk to you next year.
Blessings to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay. Blessings to you. I'm going to go to 334. 334. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kira, and I'm from Alabama.
Hi, Kira.
Hey, Toni.
Hey, how can I help you today?
I just would like to know what the spirit has to say for me as far as my love life, which I am still single. And I just want to know what they have to say as far as like me prepping or meeting someone.
Okay. Okay, that's so funny because the first thing I hear is I hear this song and I don't even know this song. It's like, all I do is win, win, win. Okay, so I don't know even. That is the only thing. I know it's a song and I know it's like that's the only verse I could ever sing in that song. And then I hear that you get up, get out. But what I'm really hearing is you're going to meet somebody organically. You're going to meet somebody at an event. But you do have to get up and get out. You do have to do that. Now, I want to tell you, it's, we are all in we want to meet somebody. We don't want to be alone. We want to have that connection. And there is something to the timing with that. There are certain things we need to be aware of that we want in our life and that we are ready for. So, one of the things that they're really saying for you is, are you, I don't know, they're saying it one way, but it's not going to be, they're saying, are you ready to share your life? Now, of course, we're all going to go, yeah, that's why I'm looking for someone. But then they start laughing and they're saying, but are you ready to like have somebody on you 24/7? Like, because when you live with someone, when you have that, not that that's going to happen overnight, Kira, but when you have that relationship, that evolves, as we all say, I want that relationship that's going to evolve. I want that relationship that turns into this. Sometimes we get so used to being single and so used to having our own space. Like, it's okay to have somebody overnight once in a while, but you're like, you're still here? It's been 3 days. You're still here? When you leaving? I'm joking about that. But we have to start.
And you know what? That is so true because really, I'm okay. I feel like I'm okay by myself. But the only reason I really do desire to have a partner just to help balance things out because I do have children. So I feel I'm ready for that balance, not just for me, but for them also. Okay. They haven't had a positive male figure in their life. Okay. So it's like I'll make room for that,
Absolutely. And I do believe when it's the right person, it's not, you don't feel like, you still here? What are you doing here? You had your breakfast, get out. I do feel like the person coming in, it's going to be very even keel. But what I tell this to a lot of people a lot of times, and I'm going to say it to you and for anybody listening or re-listening, and on my relationship Wednesday show, I talk about this a lot. make a list of what you want in a partner, what's important to you in a partner, and then make a list of what's important in a relationship. Like, what do you want that relationship to look like? What do you want to do? How do you want it to unfold? And then third, make a list of like what you expect from your partner as far as you go. How do you expect your partner to treat you? Because so many times we do end up with these people, like, we can fall in love with somebody but they're not capable of love, or we can be in this situation where we're doing everything we want but the other person isn't reciprocating, and we don't even realize, wait a minute, this isn't imbalance. Wait a minute, guy might, or this person, I'm not going to just say guys, because it's been pointed out to me, I'm kind of rough on the guys, and I'm sorry about that. It goes both ways, always goes both ways. That we're not even seeing what it is because we're already in it. But I do feel like the person coming in, and I do feel like there's a possibility for this person to come in March. And I do feel like once this person comes in, you're going to know it's like a straightforward trajectory. Why do you make me use words that I can't use? It's a straightforward trajectory. You're both going to know you're on that path to being in that relationship. Now, what I do want to say, what's equally as important, don't take it for granted. Still do the homework. Still, just because you might feel or know this is heading in this direction, still hold them to a higher, I'm hearing the word calling. Hold them to a higher calling with you. Don't let them slack, because sometimes we feel like, oh yeah, this is going so good. I can like not take all the steps. All the steps are there because each and every step is important. So make sure that moving forward with this person, and I don't somebody on the, okay, so I'm gonna, this might be a completely different topic, and if it is, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Somebody on the other side is, I keep hearing the name Tyrone. Okay, now I'm not going to say that the person coming in, their name is Tyrone. This could be somebody on this other side. This could be somebody on this side. But I'm hearing the name Tyrone. So does that name mean anything to you so far in your life? And people might,
not right off.
People might, I hear Tyrone and I hear Ty. So if I don't know, again, I don't know if this is somebody who you already know, somebody who's going to be coming. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but if just in case this isn't for you, no, I think it's for you, because it started coming in when you.
Well, I know Tariq. Sorry to cut you off, but I had a friend guy that passed away years ago named Tariq. But Tyrone, I don't know right now.
So was Tariq at one point? Was he? Did they call him Ty? And second, was his body point? Was his body? Because I'm seeing two different guys. I'm seeing a fuller guy, and then I'm seeing like a guy who's like a normal built guy. So I'm seeing a really big, like a big guy, like a big boy, and then I see this other guy who is like more of a normal size body. So one of these guys has to be him. I'm just guessing, because they're both, like, one's to right to the left of me and the other one's to the left, kind of in front of me, and both of them have and this could be him at different stages in his life. Whatever this is, if this is Tariq, if he's, and for whatever it's worth, and I'm going to assume it is. I'm just going to go with it is him. And So it must be because the first thing he says, "Hey, baby girl, what's going on?" like, "Hey, baby girl, what's going on?" is the first thing out of his mouth. And then, and then he's saying it like this. He goes, "It's good. I know you can't see me, but he's like nodding his head, going, "It's good. It's cool. It's cool. It's good." Like, but not really pronunciating the. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Oh gosh, I hope this makes sense to you. But he just wants to say that he is watching over you, and that he's um he's also using the statement that he's flying high. Now, I'm personally just going to say that means just above you, watching over you, although I don't think that's the way he might be meaning that. That might be a confirmation for you. But regardless, I'm just going to say that he wants you to know that he is watching over you, and there are many others also. And I hope that's helpful, because I don't know, I just hope it's helpful for you, love. I really
Yeah,
do.
well, if he is, I'm glad to know he's okay, because he was a close friend of mine back in
he,
the day.
he's okay. He's and then he's singing this song, which he may not had he may not had he probably didn't even know this song or whatever. This probably wasn't his genre. I'm coming home, tell the world. So that song to me is always the song that lets me know they made it home, like they made it to the other side. And I'm sorry to everybody who has to listen to me sing on this show. It's just, it is what it is. They come to me through voice, and I know, please don't tell me in an email or a comment you really don't know how to sing. You think I don't know how to sing? I know I don't know how to sing, okay? I know that is not, of all the gifts I have, singing is not one of them. I know that, very well aware. So he wants you to know he is watching over you, and he is wanting you to know that he's watching over to a little girl. Now, I don't know if whose little girl this is, but he's showing me he's watching over a little girl. So that for some reason is really important for him to get out. I'm even getting like goosebumps on that he's watching over this little girl. Um so I want you to know that. And he says you always held us up us he's saying you always held a special place in my heart. You always held a special place in my heart, and he wants you to know that. And he's like, I'm not far, I'm not far, I didn't go far, I didn't go far. Now I want to explain, because of that comment. He is home, he made it there safe. But I want to tell you, like, people think heaven is like in the sky, in the clouds, above the stars, and at times it is. But actually that dimension is right about 3 feet above. It's like our shoulder heights. It's a dimension that intersects with our dimension at times. And I know for a lot of people, they're going, "Oh my God, dimension. What the heck are you talking about?" Um, but it is a dimension that intersects
It's
with,
like different levels,
right.
different levels of it, right?
Right. There's all these different planes or dimensions, and we think of it like we're on Earth. But what if Earth is a plane or a dimension? And there are other dimensions that are higher and lower, and we can keep evolving, so that once we transition out of the dimension we're in right now, we transition up to the next dimension. And we keep going that way, but we're watching over, like, once we get to the higher dimension, which we on this dimension earth call heaven, we get to watch over and help those that are still, like, getting through this dimension. So it's always about evolving, it's always about that going up and learning and being in that space of grace. um And yeah, we all make mistakes, and people get really upset. Gosh, my show is so far over right now. Okay, I have to hone this in. I just looked at the timer. I'm like, I'm 10 minutes over in my show. Sorry, everybody. What what we have to realize is everybody comes here and we all make mistakes, but we all get to go home. We all go to heaven. Um, and even though somebody might say, even like this person gets to go to heaven, well, yeah, because somebody's looking at me going, there's no way she's going to heaven. She did this and this to me. Well, okay, yes, but who did you do it to? We all go through it. We all make those things, so we all get to go home. It's about, first of all, forgiving ourselves and moving on, and then second of all, being really in that space of learning. And I'm trying to really talk fast here and hone my show in, so I'm not elaborating as appropriately as I should be. But what I am going to say is we all go home and we all meet up again, and we have soul groups at home, and there, our soul group is all the people we ever incarnated with, that has already transitioned, that we get to rejoin, and then we branch out, like we morph out and morph together, and we telepathically talk up there. We don't need verbiage. And that's why when our loved ones try to communicate with us here, they communicate through telepathy, like a thought in our mind rather than words. And they teach us that we are all one. And so, okay, this went in a whole way. And thank you, Tyreek. Thank you, Ty. I'm just going to call him Ty. Thank you, Ty, for that, because I really appreciate you coming in and sharing that with everybody, and letting us know. And I'm looking up to, so I know I'm supposed to look at the camera, but my room is steady full of loved ones. As some of them I can see, but when somebody's here and I can see them, I look at them and I talk to them. And I know people don't know that, so I'm explaining it for those of you watching me. Thank you for coming in. We really are grateful for the information you brought through today. Please, everybody, work with your angels this week as we go into the new year. Work with your angels. Make sure you are working with your angels, letting them know where you want this next year to go. Let them know what you want out of this next year. Let them know what you want it to look like: love, work, money, all of it. Work with those angels and make that happen for yourself. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I will be here Wednesday for Relationship Wednesday. So even if you don't have a relationship question, you can come join me, because I'm going to be doing a New Year's thing too, because it's right before the new year. I love you all so very much. Thank you again for joining me. Until Wednesday, have an absolutely amazing rest of the week. And if you don't see me on Wednesday, Happy New Year.